Hi, I'm Robert Spittle, Managing Director of Guest Truck and Van. We are one of the largest Iveco and Fiat professional dealers across the Midlands, East Anglia and South Yorkshire. I started at Guest actually a long time ago, 25 years ago, in the car business that we had at the time, which was a Ford car business. And casting my mind back, I think it was a Ford Orion actually, a burgundy red one that I sold to a Mrs. Price. We have a great product range obviously with Iveco and Fiat Professional, and we're an accessible business to deal with. We have 14 service locations across the centre of the UK, so you're never far from us. That's backed up by £5 million worth of parts in stock at any point in time, which we rotate around the sites, ensuring you're never far from the right part either. Along with that, we have a couple of other brands in the Guest portfolio, Sentinel, which is a repair and maintenance and fleet management business, and PartsCom, which is a business we set up last year to access the non-OE parts market. Obviously, along with that, we have great relationships with our manufacturers to provide additional services and technical support where required. I guess it would have to be something in the transport industry, so that's what I did at university all those years ago, so either in dealerships, in manufacturers or even in operators would probably be where I would see myself in a similar role. However, if you ask me the question, what else would I do? Well, that's a whole different ball game. So we're an Iveco OK Trucks dealer, which is their approved used programme. So the vast majority of the stock comes from them. However, we also, as you would expect, take trade-ins and also have a number of arrangements with our customers for disposal of vehicles as well. A guy goes into a butcher's shop and bets him £50 that he can't reach the top shelf. The butcher turns to him and says, "The stakes are just too high." In my view, it's accessibility. So we have to be accessible to our customers as a business and as people. People still fundamentally deal with people. You know, whether it's a service advisor, whether it's a salesman, whether it's a parts technician, whether it's a head of department, and whether it's me, we have to be accessible to our customers to offer them support, vehicle knowledge, vehicle availability, parts knowledge, and occasionally even industry advice. So, in a word, accessibility. Well, time's a little bit tricky at the moment. I think that Brexit is creating a certain level of uncertainty. I can only hope that that will get resolved in the short term and we'll start to see some economic clarity. Moving forward from that, I think the industry is at an interesting place with the evolution of new technologies, LNG, indeed we're sat in our Stralis LNG demonstrator at the moment, CNG and electrification. Will all have an impact on customers and their operational habits going forward. In terms of Guests, you know, we have to keep at the forefront of what we do. You know, the business has grown a lot over the last few years. My efforts are making sure we're good at what we do, be that in our level of customer support, our interaction with customers, and also how we engage and look after our staff. Well, clearly there's plenty of Eskimos across central England, but as it happens there's not an awful lot of ice, unless you're in the winter. My response would be that, does the Eskimos' ice meet the current standards of legislation, and does he know that his ice is that? We have huge legislative burdens on nearly everything that gets produced and sold these days, and I can guarantee that my ice meets all those legislative requirements. And obviously you then get to sell a bit more when it melts. Absolutely. You know, dealing with customers is possibly the most enjoyable part of the job. Getting out there, supporting my sales team that deliver, in dealing with them on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, I love it. We have a central call centre that handles all our sales inquiries, making sure that the right salesman gets the right inquiry. We also have email, and we also have our websites, which are guesttruckandvan.co.uk.